Okay, Friday evening, and it's finally kind of cooled down a little from them 90-degree temperatures. It's about, mid 70s right now. And I just mowed a couple small sections inside of my fence area. I thought I gotta cool down. Them John Deere riding mowers I ride at work is a whole lot easier than them there push mowers I use at home. So this is going to be a recap of my week, or shall we call it a week in review? But I went into work Monday, like usual, and we ran Strawberry Fields wine. And that was the last bit of wine for the year. We've got it all made for the season. Stock room's completely full of all of his wines that he makes and sells. And we're done with the Monday morning wine stuff until we start next year's. I don't know when that'll be, but we're done with the wine, which gives me an extra day to do stuff around the farm. Yay! But anyway, we're done doing the wine, and he wanted to have a little talk with me before I went out to weed some of his flower beds, which I think of all the jobs, I hate weed whacking, but I hate messing around with stinking posies. As far as I'm concerned, flower beds can just be mowed over and turned into grass. So anyway, before I got to go do that, he wanted to have a little talk with me. And he's telling me one time I hit a pipe with a mower. And he asked why I never went around the pipe. Why did I go over the pipe? And I said, I've always gone over the pipe. But a week before or so, he put on my paperwork that I must go faster on the tractor, because I'm not going fast enough. So I'm a flying. I come to that pipe, and I'm thinking, got to do what he wants, fly. I hit that pipe so dang hard, that deck flew up, come crashing back down, sent the blades right into that steel pipe, sliced that steel pipe, and, it just mangled the mower deck all to pieces, twisted the deck and everything. Well, I called him like he wants us to when something happens. I told him, what happened, and, of course, his reply was, why didn't you go around it? And my reply was back, I never went around it yet this year. That's the first time it ever hit. Well, if you look at my paperwork, that's when he wrote on my paperwork, go fast. I'm just doing what I'm told. I don't complain or make up excuses. I just accept it and go on. So he was telling me that it cost him almost $200 to have all that repair. And then he said he had a plastic cover that went on this thing behind the annex. It was all broke up. And he said I evidently hit it with a mower, and it had to be me. No one else mows back there. I just agree with it. Okay, whatever. And he said he's paying for the tractor repair, and I'm going to pay for the cap. Comes out of my money. I thought, well, whatever. He said, well, it's $8 and something. Yeah, whatever. Well, Friday came. Well, no, I take that back. Wednesday came, and I done my mowing like he wants, as fast as I could. Thursday came, and I had to do my mowing. I'm doing like he says, as fast as I can. I got behind his house where I was mowing. I'm just a flying. And I see the this steel grate in the ground, which before I've always just straddled it, drove right over it, no problem. So I'm just flooring it, you know. And here's that steel grate. Guess what? Bam! It caught. And what it done to the tractor when I hit the steel pipe was all on the left side, and then this time is all on the right side. I mean, I mangled that deck to pieces. So as soon as I get back out of here, we'll continue our story. Okay, I'm back. So where were we? Yeah, I hit the on Thursday. I hit the grating in the backyard. So I parked the tractor, and I go get the second one out, finish the yard. Well, he wants to be informed ASAP when something happens, on that moment. And as soon as that thing hit, I mean, my heart went up my throat. And I thought, oh crap. He just had a meeting with me on Monday about how much money I'm wasting because tearing up his equipment. And I'm sitting there thinking, it ain't my fault. So I went ahead and I was going to call him, and I was feeling so sick. I thought, there's no way I can't call him, tell him this. So I was thinking about it the rest of the day, and I thought, well, it's Thursday night. He gets back from Cleveland. He's usually in about 7 o'clock Thursday night. I worked till 5, and I went over and I parked my truck in a nice shady area that he has to pass when he goes home. I thought, when he comes home, I'm going to tell him. So I thought, what I'm going to tell him is, I'm putting in a 2-week notice. I can't take it no more. So you're just going to be yelling and screaming at me all the time the way I'm tearing up these tractors. Well, I sat there till 8 o'clock that evening. And I thought, enough's enough. He ain't showing up. I don't know where he's at. So I said, I'm going home. I'm hungry. My belly's a rumbling. So I went on home, told the wife about what happened and everything. I said, man, the only thing I know to do is just tell him, here's my 2-week notice, get somebody else. Well, I went in this morning, being Friday. I went in this morning, knocked on his door, and I told him, I said, Michael, I'm going to have to give you a 2-week notice. And he just kind of looks at me and, why? I said, well, I really feel bad, but I tore up your mower again. I said, I felt so bad when it happened. Said, that's why I didn't call you. I said, I felt sicker than a dog. I said, I still feel sick today about it. So, so he said, well, go do your chores. Said, I don't want to make no rash right now decision that I may regret later. He said, go ahead and do your chores. You'll be done in a couple hours, right? And I said, yeah. He said, after your chores, come back and we'll talk. So I done my chores. I got done with them, went back, and he says, here, grab a chair. We sat there in the garage, and he explained that I'm the type of guy that he wanted there because I'm never late. I'm not afraid to stay over if I have to. He said, I can tell you always do your best that you can on work. And he said, it's just hard to find people like that. Said people weren't raised that way anymore. And I said, yeah. I said, but I'm costing you money. You just gave me a little lecture there Monday about it. I said, I turned right around and I did it again. So he says, well, he said, I think maybe, said, other than spending money tearing up equipment and my devil's in the detail thing, he said, other than that, you're perfect. He said, I don't want to lose you. And he said, well, why don't we discuss what we can do to maybe, he said, I think you could learn these things. What can we do to, like, stop busting up the tractor? And I said, Michael, I don't think you want to know. And he goes, yeah, I'm serious. What do you think the reason is? And I said, because you got me out there acting like I'm Mario Andretti at the Brickyard 400 trying to win the race. I said, and this is a stinking John Deere riding mower. Said, it's not a Chevy or a Dodge or anything like that. I said, we're not on no racetrack. These are fields with bumps and ruts and obstacles and stuff in the way. And he said, well, what are you saying? And I said, I'm going too fast. He said, but I want you to. And I said, it's stupid. I said, that's exactly what's tearing up your vehicles. I said, I told him, I said, about 2 months ago or 1 month ago, whatever, I said, remember how we was taking them in the shop? Every week I'd get one out? He said, yeah. And I said, I never hit nothing then, did I? He goes, no. And I said, it's the bumps, the whipping this bike take, or the tractor takes from the ground, Well, that's just silly. Those tractors were made to go that fast and mow. They should do it. I said, well, yeah, Michael. Said, on a perfect, a perfect setup, a nice level flat ground as smooth as on a highway. And said, not, cow pastures. So anyway, he said he wanted me to stay. He didn't want me to leave. We made some deals and this and that. One thing I'd love to have changed is my money situation, and I'd love to get more money out of it, but I thought I'd better not push it too far. But I'm allowed to drive my own pace on the tractors now. Don't have to drive like, car 57 or whatever. And I wanted to go out there. And so that should help a little bit. And then that way, plus I told him, said, about my eye thing, I said, if you turn your head fast to look at something, you turn and you look at something. That if I turn my head to look at something fast, I got to turn and then focus before I see it. I said, that's the difference between our eyes, the disease I have. So I think he got him to understand that. So I guess I'm there for a little longer. We'll have to wait. Forgot one other thing. I will see you next Tuesday. And if not then, I believe the third Tuesday, subtracted by 4 Wednesdays, I'll be there then. Okay. See you next Tuesday. Bye.